RC's News. I'm Maisie Drew.
And I'm Charlie Bradley. And on today's news, we'll be covering children's social media addiction and the construction of Monmouth Comprehensive's new school.
Thank you, Charlie. Now on to animal welfare. On the 1st of March 2017, shocking information was released on the RSPCA UK website that 2 men from Redcar have been jailed for 4 months after admitting their part into hammering a nail into a dog's head before paring the poor animal alive.
Ah, poor thing. And now let's see what parents think of this one. Is your child spending too much time on social media? On to reporter Lola Glennon as she talks about today's social media addiction.
Thank you, Charlie. Social media websites are among the most common activity of today's children, taking around 25% of their day. The most common social media types are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube and Tumblr. This invention has great benefits but can lead to cyberbullying and social media depression. The sites urge parents to monitor social media usage so they know what the child sends and receives. This can cause obesity by the person on social media because they are spending less time outside than a person in prison. Here are some opinions on social media. Do you think social media is good? Why?
No, because it keeps you inside and less active.
Should people use less social media? If not, why?
Yes, because it is unhealthy and people don't get much exercise doing it.
Kids, get active. Back to you in the studio.
Quite shocking, isn't it?
Yes it is. Now on to the debate as to whether farmers are getting enough payment as they should.
Local farmers Kate Morris and Charlotte Parry said that farmers are being punished by the low prices of a pot of milk. They're so underpaid that many have decided to leave the business. In 2008, there were around about 14,000 dairy farmers in the UK, but now there are only about 9,469, which means 4,531 farmers have left the business. Do you think that they are being underpaid?
Interesting story. Not everyone knows there have been many delays on the construction of the new Monmouth Comprehensive new school. Now on to Thomas Coates where he discusses the subject.
Thank you, Maisie. The new Monmouth Comprehensive School has been going really well with the new build, but there has been a few slight delays. First of all, there has been asbestos found in the old school buildings, which has had to have professionals come in to take it out. The second delay was that there was a bat found in the old head teacher's office, which needed professionals as well. We are lucky enough now to have the Year 7 Progress Leader, Mrs. Sully, with us to answer a few questions. Was that asbestos harmful?
It's incredibly dangerous and harmful to humans. So there have been some schools in our area that have been completely closed down due to asbestos being found on the site. So when that was discovered, it's not something to be rushed. It's something that's got to have to be taken out very carefully to ensure that there's no harm or damage to anyone in our school or our wider school community.
And when is the school due to be finished?
If all goes to plan, if there aren't any more hold-ups like you've mentioned previously, then we're aiming to be in for September 2018. So obviously it's 2017 now, it's not that far ahead, but there's a lot of work still to be done, and sometimes deadlines have to change depending on the work's being done and whether they can meet their own standards and their own deadlines and expectations. Okay?
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Sully.
you're welcome.
We are now here with 2 Monmouth Comprehensive School students, Ruby Fry and Philly Beasley. Ruby, are you happy being so close to the building site?
Well, happy isn't the right word, but I'm okay with it. It's kind of annoying though because some of the walks can be long, but I'm really excited for the new build.
Cool. And Finley, are you excited about the new school and why?
Yes, because we get new opportunities to explore the new school and to have a bigger classroom to work in, so we don't want to be crowded and crunched in like 2 1.
Thank you. Back to Charlie now in the studio.
Thank you, Tom. Now on to Daniel Jones and Dax Howes, where they discuss some major sports stories of the past week.
Welcome back to Sports News with me, Dax Howes, and with me, Daniel Jones. Today, we are going to be reporting the Champions League match between Barcelona and PSG. Barcelona won the match 6-1. Here are some of the goals.
Go!
scoring for Barcelona. Hope you enjoyed watching. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Daniel and Dax. Now on to Ella Mars as she gives this week's upcoming weather reports.
Thank you, Maisie, and here's your local Monmouthshire weather for the week ahead. In Monmouth, we can see it's fairly warm, but a chance of some clouds. Moving up to Abergavenny, we will get a chance of sun and seeing the first signs of spring. Moving down to Raglan and Usk, we can see there are some chances of rain, and down to Chepstow, there's going to be some rain throughout the day, and on to Newport, some chances of sun. And here's the weather for Friday the 17th. We're moving to Monmouth, slightly better weather today. There's some sun and a chance of 13 degrees. Moving up to Abergavenny, there's a slight decrease in weather with 9 degrees and some clouds. Then moving down to Usk and Raglan, they have the same sort of weather as Abergavenny. Then down to Chepstow, you can see some more clouds appearing throughout the week. And down to Newport, there's some chances of sun. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Ella. I'm sure we've got a nice week ahead of us.
And now on to Connor with his comedy sketch.
Well, sorry for not answering. I was thinking about how awesome this 3D is. 3D! Wait, just a second. I'm getting a call. Where is it? For God's sake, where is it? Here it is. Yep. What do you mean? What do you mean we don't have a budget? What do you mean we're not? What do you mean I'm not in 3D? And what? I'm not getting paid? For God's sake. Idiots. Absolute idiots. I guess I should tell you a joke, like what I was gonna get paid for. Michelle. Have you heard the one about the kid who peed his pants in class? The kid asked his teacher, "Can I go to the toilet, please?" And the teacher was like, "Only if you sing the alphabet." And it's like, "Okay." And then the teacher's like, "Go on, sing it." And then the student's like, he sang the alphabet pretty well, but he forgot the P, right? We can blame him, he was in reception. And what's it called? And the teacher said, "Yes, the P!" And what's it called? And then the kid said, "I went down my leg." And what's it called? Have you heard the one about, the dinosaurs? Well, this is actually one I made up for myself. A Connor original! And what's it called? Well, you know dinosaurs? They're a bit like politics. They both look terrible, speak terrible, and for some reason in movies they always use CGI to use them. Well, I think politics are actually a lot more like dinosaurs than we would think. For one, they're idiots, and for two, they should be extinct. And if they are ever brought back, they should only be brought back once, because Jurassic Park 2 and 3 sucked. Oh, one last one before I go, mate. I hate when people say, "I'm A-OK." Because it sounds like you're giving someone in the first, always on a multiple choice question. How are you doing? A-OK. B, I want to punch you. C, I feel sleepy. D, all of the above. I'm just gonna go. Okay, and sadly that's all we've got time for.
And that's it for today. We'll catch you again next week. Thank you and goodbye.